Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss about facial expressions, a case study topic. This facial expression is a part of non-verbal communication. I hope everybody knows. So, what communication means is it can be explained as transferring of information from one place to another. So it is the act of transferring. So here this body language also plays a vital role. So it is happening between the sender and the receiver, and they share their information and understand the concept in a clear manner. So communication, it is not a mysterious process. So it is a transferring of information, intact, complete, and coherent one. So how do we communicate? So this is a small basic thing which we have already seen in the concept of learning communication part. So here there will be sender and the receiver, and the sender will send the message and there will be feedback. So we have seen already in the previous classes. So it's just a recap of it. And so here this communication process takes place between the sender and the receiver. So there will be a feedback session also. So now we'll get on to an important thing, that is non-verbal communication. So is it impossible to communicate without words? Yes or no? So we will have a small discussion on it. So you can share your opinions there. So, is it possible to communicate without words? Yes, of course. We can communicate without words with the help of our body language. That is called as non-verbal communication, and this also we have already seen in the previous classes. So here in the part of non-verbal communication, language is not the only source of communication, and here what comes into effect is the gestures, body language, facial expression, eye contact, appearances, and objects. So all these parts come into contact with each other, and they help in the form of in the aspect of communicating with each other. So there are so many smileys. So you could remember all these smileys we use in our mobile phones. Yes. So these mobile phones, these smileys in the mobile phones will help us to express our thoughts or feelings. If we are sad, we'll use some kind of smileys. If you're happy, we will use some kind of smileys. If you're angry, so there are various facial expressions. So this can be considered, these smileys can be considered as a part of the facial expression. So what are the features of effective communication is, you should have if you want an effective communication, you should have active listening, you should have eye contact, posture, simple language, and questioning skills. So all these are comprised to form effective communication. So why are we talking here about effective communication is, even when you're talking with a good language, facial expression also have to support you to attain this effective communication strategy. So the different categories of communication are spoken and verbal communication, non-verbal communication, and written communication. I hope you all know this. So here, verbal or spoken communication, our face-to-face communications takes place here. Facial expression plays an important role. Again, in the non-verbal communication, your body language, your dressings, everything comes into effect. And in the written communication, we don't have any connection with this topic, but just we can know the letters, emails, books, magazines, everything is considered to be as the written communication. So in the verbal communication, you speak and you communicate verbally, and you are sending your messages through the word of mouth, and even you can have it with a piece of writing. So what is oral communication? Oral communication is, again, it is otherwise called as the face to face communication, and there you have a clear cut eye to eye contact with the sender or the receiver. So here this verbal communication is done effectively. So in written communication, you use lot of signs, symbols, all diagrammatic representations, everything. So this is a different kind of communication. So it is also helpful in your uh, communication part. So when you come into this non-verbal communication, I told these smileys as example. So here your gestures, your body language, posture, tone of voice, and facial expression all combine to form a clear information about what the person is going to speak. So here this body language comes in contact with your facial expressions, and they all combine together to give a clear idea of what the speaker is telling. So here appearance, body language, and sounds are considered to be as an important aspect. So voice, tone, volume, everything also comes into effect, and mainly the body language comes into effect, that is facial expression, gestures, and postures. So what are the different types of body languages? So here we have already seen this diagrammatic representation. So it is sounds, ways of talking, posture, appearance, head movements, hand movements, eye movements, facial expression, body contact, everything. So all these are considered to be as the types of body language. So what are the things you have to improve your body language tics? You have to keep appropriate distance, touch only when appropriate, take care of your appearance, be aware people may give us false clues, maintain eye contact, so smile genuinely. So this is the main thing we have to understand. So here these are the 5 6 important points you have to remember whenever you are going in front of a crowd and when you are going to speak. So I'll show you a small video at the end of the session where you can easily understand how your body language should be. And see, I have added a few images. So these images will give you a clear cut idea of how you have to present yourself in front of the crowd, or in front of the meeting, or a group of people. So we can give positive and negative signals with the help of your body language. So here this facial expression plays an important role here for communication. So what is facial expression speaking? So each and every face gives a different kind of mood of a particular person. So here 7% of meaning is in the words that are spoken, 38% is the words which are said, and 55 is in facial expression. So if you're giving a right facial expression, if even if your language is not up to the mark, it will easily go and reach the receiver. So the sender will not have any difficulty in expressing the thoughts in clear manner. So here we have divided into 4 types, that is responsive, reflective, combative, and fugitive. So what is these 4 things? So I'll give you a small example. So here if you are eager, you will be responsive, and if you are evaluating, you will be reflective, and combative means aggressive, and fugitive means bored. So here we have 4 different kinds of things which you have to learn. So here what is responsive is, you have to be engaged in all things. You'll be leaning forward, open body, open arms, and open hands. So you'll be eager to learn or eager to invite anything which is good. And if you're reflective, see, you will be evaluative in the form of evaluation mode. So when you listen, you will give some kind of reply to the speaker, that you're understanding what he is speaking, and you will show a lot of eye contact and high blink rate. So if you are keen enough in understanding, or if you are trying to evaluate what the person is speaking, you will have this kind of reflective personality. And the next thing is fugitive. Fugitive is bored, staring into space, lumped posture. If you're not interested in the class, you'll be doing such kind of actions. So that is called as fugitive. And combative is being aggressive. So you will be finger tapping, foot tapping, staring at people. So you will not listen to anybody. You will be very much keen in expressing what you're trying to say. So here combative comes into effect. So examples of different, I'll give you some different kinds of facial expressions. So here frowning, smiling, sneering, clenched jaws, and pouting lips. So there are so many different kinds of facial expression that is expressing your interpersonal attitude. And this interpersonal attitudes, emotions, and feelings comes into effect when you are showing your face in the detailed manner. So I'll give you small examples. So this expression is often shown by the scrunching of forehead and nose, sometimes with one raised eyebrow and lips pursed together. See how they are giving some. If you are in the confused state, you'll give such kind of expression. So you can analyze what the person is thinking in his mind in an easy manner. So you can read the mind of the opponent person with the help of their facial expression. So the second one is anger. So if the person is angry, he will be having such frowning face, and he will be having his eyelids straighten and lowered eyebrows. So like that, if you identify all these things, you can identify that the person is in the angry mood. The third one is the surprise. So if the person is surprised on emotion, he or a shock or a fear, and then you can get this kind of widened eyes and gaping mouth of reaction. So if a person is in shame, he will put down his head, he will look down, he will not have a happy face, he'll be frowning or worried, and he will be having a neutral mouth. So from that, you can identify the person is having some kind of trouble. So the next one is fear. If you are in fear, you will have a different uh, facial expression. That is, you will have widened eyes, eyebrows, and you will be slightly open, and you will be surprised to know what is happening. So the next one is sadness. So if you're having a sad or frown face, um, then your eyebrows will be up and your eyes will be down, and you'll be trying to lose hope, and you'll be helpless or lost. So you'll be trying to cry here. So the next one is happiness. So if you're happy, you will have a smiling face, you'll have broad lips, broad eyes, or everything. So this will be accepted or shaped or taken up by the opponent in a happy manner. So, and is also an universal expression which is expected by everyone. And if you are in disgust, again you will have a different facial expression. See how they are giving their disgust facial expression. So the nose will be having wrinkles, your face will be having wrinkles, your eyebrows will be pulled down. So like this, you will be having all disgust expression. The next one is boredom. If you're feeling bored, you will have you will lean on your hands, and then you will have a very tired look, and then you will have a raised eyebrows and lack of excitement. So this is boredom. And the last one is embarrassment. So if you are feeling embarrassed, you will have a forced smile, and then you will not look pale, you'll be having some grin face, and then you will be in the different form. So these are the references which we have used, and I'll add a video for this, so you can just go through the video. That will be easy. So from this, what is the recap, or what is the summary of the case study is that uh, the facial expression plays a vital role in the communication process. So if you are, even if you have a good body language, even if you have a good communication power, and even if you are using a good language, your facial expression plays a vital role in getting your success towards you. So the conclusion is that you should have a good facial expression, you should have a good approach, you should have a smile in your face, and then you have to take things in a easy manner, and you have to have an excellent approach. Thank you, students.